Oh my, Yuta freaking Agotsu. Chapter 250 is insanely good. I was not expecting it to go this way. Yuta did the unthinkable in the end. Watch video until the end. Not only Yuta is cooking Sukuna, but Yuji as well playing a crucial role. You can't miss this. In chapter 249, we were left with Yuta's first ever domain expansion and we were all waiting for the explanation for it. Let's start with the official explanation of Yuta's domain so we can better understand what's happening in this fierce battle. True and mutual love allows Okotsu to select one curse technique that he has copied and can apply it as a sure hit to his domain. Techniques other than that are held randomly inside the katanas in the domain and only Yuta Okotsu can use those abilities. Yuta himself does not even know what curse technique is dwelling inside of the katana until he holds it. The katana perishes when the curse technique is used once, but there is no limit to the number of katanas. Means he can keep using curse techniques as long as his domain is opened. So the legendary fight officially starts now. Before that, do subscribe and like, it helps me a lot. Jump Jujutsu Kaisen begins. Yuta first sends Mini Rika Shikigami, Sukuna sends them away, but Yuji follows with punches. Sukuna does blocks them, but he feels his soul shaking. Immediately, Rika attacks from above, but Sukuna as usual evades it. Yuta then follows up with Oro's space bending curse technique. As Sukuna prepares to face it, he analyzes himself that he cannot use domain expansion and his RCT is dull due to his battle with Gojo. So Gojo was able to left long-lasting effects on the King of Curses. Sukuna's cursed energy pool is currently same as Yuta's and he cannot use the world-cutting slash using dismantle while he is using hollow whisker basket at the same time. Rika then launches Yuji as a missile towards Sukuna. While Yuta prepares to hit him with another attack, Sukuna tanks Yuta's sword but Yuji's kick once again shakes up his soul. The way Rika launches Yuji is so funny. Yuji can sense the realm between Sukuna and Megumi's soul and strikes at that. Yuji is trying to disrupt the tuning of Sukuna and Megumi's body by waking up Megumi's soul that has been sunken deep with bath ritual. So Megumi is still alive and might come back soon. Sukuna realizes that every time he receives an attack from Yuji, his cursed energy output drops and his control over Megumi's body dulls. Yuji is truly growing at an abnormal rate. Just look at this. His punches are no joke now. Yuta then freezes Sukuna by using Inumaki's curse speech and hits him with Thin Icebreaker again. It looks like Sukuna is having hard time against MC Duo brothers. Without giving Sukuna time to breathe, Rika immediately punches and thrashes Sukuna away. Yuji and Yuta immediately rushes over to begin round 2 of Jump Jujutsu Kaisen. But this time, Sukuna counterattacks immediately by sending slashes towards both Yuji and Yuta. He then kicks Rika on the face and attacks her with slashes too. Sukuna says to deal a fatal blow, he needs to touch and cut them. It is not just cause his cursed energy output is low due to the battle with Gojo, it is that Jujutsu Tech has upgraded defensive capabilities for frontline fighters. Means our sorcerers are getting more stronger and stronger. They are resisting to Sukuna's attack. Alongside Yuji's quick learning RCT, Yuta's domain is limiting short hit effect only on Sukuna. Sukuna wonders if Yuta was able to do it from the beginning but applauds him for using this high level barrier technique. Sukuna asks both of them, what did you do in this past 1 month? To which Yuji says, efforts and persistency, but Yuta immediately cuts him off and says, we cheated. This was pretty funny. Yuta thinks if Gojo had not left any lasting after effects on Sukuna, they would have been instantly killed without having time to use RCT. Yuji thinks he is scared to even imagine what would have happened if they don't put an end to everything here. Yuji understands how strong Sukuna is and both needs to finish him here or else it could get dangerous. Yuta uses Charles' curse technique and peeks into the future. He sees Sukuna moves and quickly evades them and kicks Sukuna in the face. Yuta is definitely the second strongest in JJK verse now. Sukuna begins to count the curse technique Yuta has copied, which are Angel's Jacob Ladder, Uro's Space Bending, Dhru's Shikigami, Inumaki's curse speech, Charles' future sight. Yuta realizes that Sukuna will show opening to a curse technique which he is seeing for the first time. It could surprise him. While using Uro's curse technique, Yuta bends the space and pushes a sword through it. Sukuna catches it annoyingly, but things get interesting from here onward. And finally, for the first time, Yuta uses Sukuna's curse technique Cleave on Sukuna himself. Yes, on Sukuna himself, you heard that right. The god Yuta is cooking. Sukuna's face begins to get slashed, and the chapter ends here with the editor's comment. Sukuna's own slashes rains down on him. Another chapter of Yuta cooking Hainera Sukuna and even using Sukuna's own curse technique to damage him heavy. I really cannot wait for the next chapter. Yuta is shining brighter day by day and Yuji is growing as well. What do you think Sukuna will do against all of this? Let me know in comments. That's it for now. Until then, peace. Or maybe not.
誰だっけ